I made it to my stop here, Pompeii Scavi, which is 3 stops away from Piazza Garibaldi. I'm going to go ahead and meet my guide, Sasha, because I don't know much about archaeology, and this is one of the biggest archaeological sites in Europe. He's going to tell me everything there is to know and show me exactly what I need to see. So that's a menu. The paint.
That's a menu.
Like many southern Italian towns, Pompeii began as a Greek settlement before becoming a bustling Roman outpost. That all changed on August 24, 79 AD, when Mount Vesuvius erupted, burying the town and sealing it in the ashes of time for centuries. Pompeii offers a complete view into the life of ancient Rome, making it Europe's premier archaeological site and a must-see in Italy. Today, we're giving you the formula of how to have the most epic time right here in Pompeii. Before we get started, hook me up with a like and subscribe, and don't forget to smash that bell to keep up with our great content. Pompeii is located in the southern part of the Bay of Naples, about 5 miles inland from the coast. Getting there from Rome can be done in 2 hours and is an awesome day trip. You can take the direct high-speed train from Roma Termini to Napoli Centrale Station, then change to the local train at Napoli Garibaldi.
Got my tickets. Machine was pretty straightforward. There's an English button. Pay with your credit card, no problem.
If you're already in Naples, from Napoli Garibaldi, it takes about 30 minutes on a regional commuter train that runs from Naples to Sorrento called the Circumvesuviana.
If you're headed to Pompeii and don't want to take public transportation like I am, don't worry, we got you covered. You can simply just jump on one of our tours and we'll go ahead and set you up with the meeting points. So getting to Pompeii will be super easy. If you're in central Naples, there's a couple of different ways of getting to Pompeii. And your main jumping off point is going to be Piazza Garibaldi, because that's where you would take the Circumvesuviana, which is a little bit of a nicer train. And if you're here in the summer, that's the one you want to take because it actually has air conditioning. Or you can take public transportation, and it's 3 stops to Pompeii. And you want to make sure that you get off at Pompeii Scavi, and that's the one I'm going to show you.
Napoli Garibaldi is just downstairs from Napoli Centrale. The local train runs twice an hour, but the pro move is to take the express train on the Circumvesuviana called the Campania Express. These run 4 times a day, have AC, are less crowded, more comfortable, and only stop at tourist sites like Pompeii. Over 3 million people visit Pompeii each year. For something this historically important and popular, you definitely want to book your ticket or tour well in advance. The main ticket to Pompeii Archaeological Park is enough for most people. Tickets can be purchased online in advance. The best time to visit is first thing in the morning to avoid the heat, and don't forget to wear your comfortable walking shoes. To find out more, check out our blog for more in-depth details on visiting Pompeii. If you want to make things easy, jump on one of our tours. We have day trips from Rome, tours from Naples, and options if you want to meet us in Pompeii. So there's 3 entrances to Pompeii: Porta Marina, Piazza Anfiteatro, and Piazza Esedra. You'll most likely be entering through Porta Marina, which is the entrance next to the train station, main parking area, and ticket office. This is where I'm going to meet my guide Sasha, who's been a professional guide and archaeologist longer than I've been alive.
I mean, what is outside is the dry plaster.
So I would have been a giant.
Barbarian, not Roman cities.
So how long are we going to tour around Pompeii for?
Probably about a couple of hours. Actually,
Okay.
I'll be your guide for a couple of hours.
Okay. And what exactly are we going to see? What's the tour like?
Well, we're going to see a lot of stones, but anyway, I'm going to show you. That's why you do need a guide in Pompeii, because Pompeii is a very big city, so spread out. That's it. Without a guide, you will get lost. It's going to be all rocks. You're going to price like a provolone cheese. So let's get in. This is your day now.
All right, I brought my walking shoes. Yeah.
That's the perfect shoes.
Okay.
Hey guys, we're going to walk on the bumpy streets. You have the perfect shoes. It's a steep poly right, and then it's going to be all flat.
Now, for people who bring, I don't have a backpack or anything, but for people who have backpacks or big bags.
The big bags, so there is a storage right here by the main entrance, right there. But actually, they're not allowed to bring big bags with you. Just the small bags.
Okay.
And the camera, of course.
Okay. All right, let's do it.
All right.
Pompeii is frozen in time and transports us back to life in Roman Italy 2,000 years ago. We're able to see all the elements of Roman life: the Roman Forum, temples, bakeries, villas, and even brothels. With the help of my guide Sasha, the ancient rubble and stones will be transformed into vivid and memorable stories.
The eruption will last 3 days and 3 nights.
Wow.
3 days, and can you imagine this? A big
Are you
eruption.
serious? 3 days and 3 nights? It's just going and going?
Going and going.
The shocking and evocative plaster casts of the victims of Pompeii remind us that this was a thriving Roman city with a population of 20,000 citizens.
Women, 2000 ago, thank God, were very much liberated. They went out for shopping, they participated with party, they went to the theater, just some no politics.
And they owned villas. Women owned villas, right? So they owned property.
Sure, property. You know this villa? Her name is Pompeii. She made the function with the pee-pee, with the urine. I'm not joking. Look what she did. Smart.
The House of the Vettii is one of the most magnificent and best maintained villas that gives us a slice of life of the upper middle class in Pompeii and features some of the best murals in the ancient world.
One of the reasons why you would come to Pompeii is to be in a time machine like this. This is a 2,000-year-old man cave. Essentially, this room was frescoed here with all kinds of paintings of different gods, and guys would come in here drinking, playing cards, maybe doing a little bit of gambling, and just hanging out. Life in Pompeii. One thing that's noticeable, and Sasha pointed this out, is the use of perspective in these 2,000-year-old frescoes. Remember, that was lost to artists for thousands of years up until the Renaissance period. But we see that here in these particular frescoes, in the frescoes of the different temples, and the use of colors here are just spectacular because they're so vivid and so bright for being 2,000 years old. Sasha brought me into this room because he knows I love to eat and drink wine, and this was the epicenter of this particular villa where everyone would hang out, have a good time, bring their friends, eat, drink, relax, and be merry, right?
Then throw it out. The vomitorium.
The vomitorium.
Bacchanali.
Yeah.
Cult of Bacchus, the cult of wine and the sex.
Party
So in
time.
other words, this villa at night was turned into one of the, stanno come si,
Yeah.
one of the a famous nightclub of
Yeah.
the town, where they used to celebrate a lot of bacchanali, a lot of orgies.
Right?
The world's oldest profession also had its place in Roman society. In Pompeii, there were brothels. While most required membership, this brothel was open to anyone looking for a sex worker.
Private brothel right here in Pompeii.
And here we go. Look at the Happy Meal on the wall.
Oh, this is where all the magic happened. Oh, so that's a menu. The paintings
That's
are
a
menu.
menu. The idea of the paintings on the wall, what happened? There were the Jewish Indians, Egyptians, the sailors were getting in, different dialects, different languages.
Right.
So the paintings on the wall was the only way to communicate each other.
Right.
So like a kind of a main.
This is what I want.
All the houses built before 1937, 1938, you need a certification. This is to put the lead in the paint.
Yes.
The kids are splashing the water
Yeah.
with lead paint.
Yeah.
Thomas, no, they put a layer of lead on
Just a sheet of lead.
a sheet of lead. Dry. It's been raining all day. Look at that. It's
Yeah.
dry.
It's true.
But there is no better day than a light day to show the Look at that. Uses as stepping stones. Nearly
Yeah.
many days.
So now you can cross the streets. No problem, right? Right?
Ciao, bello.
Ciao, bello.
Uses as stepping stones to get across.
If you've been to Rome, I'm sure you've heard of the phrase basilica. Well, this is a 2,000-year-old basilica right here in Pompeii. It was a meeting point for all of the judges and lawyers because this was the former palace of justice. And all of the crimes here in Pompeii were tried right here. And right over there is a jail in case you were naughty.
The main piazza and the heart of Pompeii was the Forum, just like in Rome, which was also surrounded by the temples of Jupiter, Apollo, and Venus.
I've already learned so much from my guide, Sasha. I'm now standing in the heart of Pompeii. So unlike Naples and Rome, Pompeii is not a history lasagna. I'm actually walking on 2,000-year-old ash. And this was the civic heart of the city, the Roman Forum, that was surrounded by government buildings and beautiful porticos that enclosed this particular square. And right behind me in the very center, underneath the shadows of Mount Vesuvius, is the former Temple of Zeus. Just incredible.
Although only rich Romans could afford private baths, public baths were part of Roman society because all classes mixed there. Pompeii had 6 Roman baths separated into male and female.
Had no idea that Pompeii was such a massive city. It was actually 4 square miles, and to put it in perspective, Manhattan is 7 square miles. And at its height, 25,000 people lived here. And being underneath the shadows of Mount Vesuvius reminds me that it's still an active volcano that could erupt at any moment.